Hey everybody, so I was scrolling Twitter today and as I'm, wont to do, and I usually check, the after movie hashtag to see if there's anything new. And I came across a clip of Anna Todd, Hero Finds Tiffin, and Josephine Langford in Brazil, Sao Paulo, giving like this press conference talking about the movie. And one of the questions came about, I'm not really sure because it was really hard to tell like what the actual question was, but that led but I'm guessing that the topic was the sex, how explicit is the sex, talking about the sex scenes. And so Anna Todd gave a response where she said that the scenes in the movie are not going to be as explicit as the book. Totally acceptable. I mean, we all knew that was coming. Depending on what rating they're going for, we all knew that was coming. Even 50 Shades, just to even get an R, they had to, cut down the sex scenes. They had to make them less explicit. But one of the things that she said really caught my attention, and I kind of want to applaud her for this. She said that the scenes are more about focusing on the intimacy versus the explicit nature of the sequences. And that's where I have to applaud her because I feel like this is where this film can, beat 50 Shades every day of the week. Because again, when you watch these trailers, when you look at these two, Hero Finds Tiffin and Josephine Langford, in interviews or like even in the trailers, you can see they have chemistry coming out the wazoo pretty much at this point. Unless the film shows us something different. I mean, you can pretty much see from the clips, you can see from their interactions, like in interviews and all that. But to me personally, I think that this is the right decision. And Anna Todd made sure to actually say that this was her decision to focus more on the intimacy as opposed to the explicit sex. Because way too many times when I'm watching a film, especially a film with explicit sex, especially with a film that is, a romantic film but also has explicit sex in it, is that the intimacy feels like it's been lost a lot of the time. That they use explicit sex as a shortcut to show how much intimacy these two people have, how much chemistry they have, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm very happy about this. And then Josephine Langford kind of talked about then oh wait a minute, I got that wrong. Anna Todd pretty much said that they had an acting coach, a coach there, to pretty much like go, over the scenes with them and, block it out. And that was one of the things that Josephine Langford kind of jumped in to say is that, oh yeah, they blocked it out. Now, the only thing that I would say is that when I'm watching those scenes, I don't want to feel like the acting coach is literally there off camera working with them. I want to make sure that they are in the moment because that was like one of my biggest issues with the 50 Shades franchise is that is that especially on his face. I mean, she looked like she was trying, but especially on his face, it looked like, okay, now I'm going to move my hand here. Now I'm going to put my hand here. Now you're going to move your hand here. Now I'm going to, move my hand like that. That was pretty much how it felt. Like you could almost see him, going over the choreography in his head every step of the way. And that's just not something that I want to see again in another franchise. And I will talk a little bit more in depth when the critics actually do pull the trigger on saying that, trying to, slap down after by saying that, oh, this is just 50 Shades, but with teenagers. I'll talk a little bit more in depth about why I think that After will be better than 50 Shades, why I think that After is better than 50 Shades, why even through, the little that we've gotten, I've seen that, it's about a million times better. Um, but yeah, we're still not entirely sure what the rating is going to be. They haven't said one way or the other what they're going for. But it is nice to hear that they said that they're going to be focusing more on the intimacy as opposed to the explicit nature of the sequences. That it's not going to be as explicit as the book, although I don't really care if it was or if it wasn't. But it is nice to hear that they are more toward the intimacy as opposed to the explicit nature of the books. But yeah, I mean, I still really cannot wait for this film. I hope to get like any little morsel, like any little, crumb of information that I can about this film. I will continue to bring it to you Yeah, so jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to click the like button. Remember to subscribe and share. I'll see you later, after Naders. Take care, y'all.